Rip Jeb, you'll be missed. He'll be fine. He's in orange suit. The life support system won't care. Although without any power, I won't be able to rotate it, so it'll be up to the next rocket to get it right, which probably wasn't the best idea. I could put some stuff on this. That might be a better idea. What's our inclination right now? Doesn't tell me. Doesn't tell me? Oh. 174 degrees. Right, because we're going backwards. So I'm about quite a few degrees off, actually. We will try again. We don't have to try again. We're just going to burn this engine. And we'll try and correct it. See if we can correct it to 180. Probably can't get it to 180, but if we have any fuel left over, then I will. We'll see if we have any fuel left over. I'm actually thinking I didn't burn quick enough, so I probably have to time that one better anyway. We'll see how it goes. 6 degrees off. That would be 30 degrees off if 150 is good. 180 degrees is perfectly equatorial in reverse. Yeah, I'm thinking I didn't burn fast enough here. I'm probably not able to keep my apoapsis going up at this point. We'll see. I don't think I am, but we'll see. We're at 178 degrees. 2 degrees isn't that bad. What I don't want to do is start falling, and I'm already falling. Yeah. I have to burn quicker. I waited too long. 150 was the altitude? What? 150 what? I still don't have an apoapsis at 150. And I won't as long as this keeps falling. Which it is. Yeah, I need to go faster. Let's launch it again. I need to burn it faster. We don't burn in reverse very often. At least I don't. I don't really go against the rotation of the planet very often. So this is kind of interestingly, like kind of a new thing for me, going backwards like this. Oh, 150 was the altitude. I see. 150 was the altitude while I was... Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. My only concern is with 150, I don't think we can deorbit this. We can go significantly lower though and throw off the timings to where we'll never see it again. So maybe that's okay. I think I might add a few solar panels. I might need to add some solar panels just to kind of keep the lights on for him. We'll see. Well, that didn't work at all. That actually was horrible. We didn't even get out of the atmosphere. Interesting. Okay, so ascent profile needs to be way more extreme to the upside for this. We'll put some solar panels on there for him so he doesn't die. How's that sound? I wasn't reading as fast as I was talking. Common problem with all streamers. We just talk. We don't read. We just talk. Let's give me... I want ones that can retract. So give me these. I will do this. It goes over the windows, but whatever, it's fine. It'll be fine. All right, let's try this again. That's interesting how that happened. Let's go. So I was way too shallow that time. I needed to go higher. Scent profile was too low. Or too low. For going backwards, though, this rocket's doing okay. It's a very simple rocket, but for going backwards, it's doing okay. I like how this rocket has virtually no like realistic plume at all on the engine. Go, 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 little rocket. Reach for the stars. Or at least go to space. Going to space is good too. Actually, going to space is kind of your sole purpose, so if you could kindly do that this time, that'd be great. Oh man, we're looking shallow. We are looking really shallow. I actually should have kept that. I should have kept that longer because now the atmosphere has a greater effect on my craft and slowing us down even more. Should have kept it going longer. It's okay. I think it's okay. It may not be okay, but I think it's okay. Let's speed up to where we exit the atmosphere here. And we're going to be out of the atmosphere in about 8 seconds, so I'm going to go ahead and fire this now. We have the fuel for it. It's not very efficient, but we're at least climbing now, so. There, now we're in space. We've got our efficiency. We can go on the horizon and push ourselves forward a bit. Or we can, no, we can keep nosing up because we want our apoapsis to climb so we have more time. So I think we'll stay right on prograde, actually. Just keep it prograde for a while. See if that helps. The little rocket that could. This rocket may not get to orbit. We're just gonna add some, I might just add some solids to this thing just to help it along. I'm just gonna give this thing some boosters. Because going backwards is much harder. You have to make up for a lot going backwards. I think it's like an extra, what is it, like an extra 400 meters per second of delta V, I think, something like that. I mean, we have the fuel. The fuel is not a problem, actually. It's the burn time. This engine's not very strong. So adjusting this might be the answer. Adjusting this stage engine might be a better answer. Because it's not needed. Right? We're just putting this part. We're just putting this part in space. We don't care about this right now. That could be the answer. We wanted to go to 150 anyway, though. So we're just pushing ourselves to 150 right now. This also gives me a slight chance to correct the inclination. A little bit. We're under 2 degrees. So that's good. All right, cool. Just stay on prograde now. Using the launch with parachute deployed. No. No. We have a parachute because we would have had a parachute. If we were launching it originally, right, the rocket would have a parachute on it if it was a real mission, so we're going to keep it on there. It's good. Hey, Pima Sala, take and use the challenge command in the chat. It'll fill you in. Actually, we're already like, our Apple Apps is already way higher than we want it to be, so. Let's wait till we get to 180. There we go. The less I play of this game, the worse I get at it. I've been out of practice for a year. I felt like I knew rocket science a year ago, and now I just know potato. It's, yeah, the learning curve, it's not quite, you know, like a lot of things, it's kind of like riding a bike. You never really forget. KSP is not necessarily that, like on the fine details. Overall concepts, I feel like you'll always remember them, but the finer details are a little bit more challenging. Okay, we're gonna put this thing at 150. Inclination right now is 178 degrees, so we need to go 2 degrees to fix that, and we don't have a whole lot of delta V left in this stage, actually. So let's see where we can fix that. If we wanted to go to fix it, we would need wherever, it might be the periapse, actually. It might be the periapse. We're headed up, so if we come down, oh, that's the wrong way. Interesting. We need our inclination to be 180. If I move this way, this up like this, 179. Okay, hold on, go back down. I move you. Where do you end up? Right there. Hold on, stop. Go up a bit more. Nope. Come down. Okay. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Almost. 190, 179. Oh, we're not quite there. Oh. Very close. Nope. You know, like, I feel like 179.98 is close enough. You know? I feel like we're going to be, like, moving around a little bit to land on this launch pad anyway. Like, we're not going to be able to go straight anyway. So I'm going to leave this as the maneuver. We'll do this maneuver. Wherever that is, we'll do that. 77 meters per second, we can do that. But we also have to go back as well. So we need enough fuel to do that too. And I don't think we'd have that. Maybe not. I feel like getting our orbit circularized is more important than the angle here. Let's do that instead. It's retrograde. Where's that maneuver at? It's over here. Okay. I'm gonna make one of the periapse instead. Go periapse, and then we'll come back until we're circularized. Ish. That's 32. We might be able to do that, actually. It's okay. We'll do this instead. Dunbar 2, welcome in. What's the reverse launch challenge? Takes 4 launches to do this, at least for ours it does. We're launching components of the rocket up into orbit. We then assemble the rocket in orbit. and then we land on the launch pad with thrust. So it's like if you were playing the launch, it would be happening in reverse, right? And we're going in reverse. Our orbit is retrograde, so that when we enter the atmosphere, it would be, if you played the landing backwards, it would look like the rocket is taking off and going forwards the way it's supposed to go. So we're just being interesting with it. It's a little like one-off challenge that I wanted to do. Or rather, what I should say, this is more accurate, it's a one-off challenge that a sponsor wanted me to do, which this is not a sponsored stream, but this is a challenge that one of the future sponsors of the stream asked me to do. And then once we've achieved this, then I get like, they'll sponsor like 6 streams. Or 5 streams, or however many it is. So yeah, it's fine. It's good. But like, obviously there are restrictions. Obviously we can't have a stage assemble itself in the middle of like launching. Obviously there are things you can't do. Like I can't come down to the launch pad and all of a sudden have launch clamps. I can't do that kind of thing. So within the restrictions of what we can do in reality, that's what we're working on. This is a 2-second burn. That's nice. We'll circularize our orbit with a 2-second burn. I think the whole going backwards thing is, I think the retrograde orbit thing is going to make this more interesting. We are circularized. Circularized. Cool. All right. So now we need to eject both of these things at the same time. So 3, 2, 1, go. Or don't. Whee! And I didn't turn it around. I should have turned it around. I didn't turn it around. I definitely should have turned it around. So now instead of having that deorbited, we've flung it even further, and now it probably has... I don't know where it's going to go now. We definitely did not deorbit it, though. We sent its periaps way up high. Hi, Wake. Welcome in. Just clip a takeoff and reverse it. Oh, well. Challenge over, GG, goodbye. Okay, I don't know where that went, because it doesn't show up on the map, but I'd be interested to see what its periaps is now. Nezadam, thank you so much for gifting the sub to Wake. Appreciate that. Welcome to the channel, Wake. enjoy your new emotes and all that stuff. Let's see. Okay. Next thing I wanted to do, but just didn't do. I really feel like we should. If I revert, or if I go back to the. What's the time? On day 1, 51 minutes. What's persistent right now? 36 minutes, so it's before launch. Okay, well, we'll just have it. This is the way it's going to be then. Because I can't change it. I wanted to get our inclination to be as close to 180 as possible, but too late now. Too bad, so sad. Let's turn ourselves this way. I don't think that'll make a super big difference, but we'll do that anyway. But at least now I can move this around, which is going to be pretty helpful when it comes time to dock this thing. Okay, back to the Space Center then. We'll build Section 2, get Section 2 in orbit, dock with this, then get Section 3, dock with it, eliminate the docking ports, get another rocket up to refuel them, because we're probably not going to want to launch them with fuel. And then try to land. That's it. That's really all it is. The landing is going to be my hardest part, I think. Okay, none of this stuff needs to matter now. In fact, what I need to do is probably start with my subassembly. So let's bring in Section 2. Section 2 is here. And we will put in, I think, just probed type stuff. Yeah, I don't think it needs to be super complicated. Hi, Clint. Looks like I'll miss tonight's stream heading camping with the Pope boys. Oh, yeah. Hey, have a great night, man. Enjoy your camping. All right, I'm going to put a command pod here. No, I'm not. I'm going to do this. The big question about this is how am I going to control this, right? How do we control this part, right? Because I wouldn't be putting more of these on there. The rocket wouldn't have that. So I need to actually haul it entirely, right? I need to haul it entirely with like within a fairing or something. Unless I wanted to somewhat cheat, I guess, kind of, and put more thruster blocks on it, and then so I could just control it with just this, but then I have to put a probe on this, which we can't do because that's not part of the rocket. The rocket has to be exactly as we assembled it. So I need to control it with something else, another different type of package. So what if I went like... Aerodynamics? No, it's payload. Yeah. If I went like... But I have to get this off once I attach it. So we put this here. Then we put this here. Right? On there. Then we go up, right? But that still doesn't help me control it. It's just all that does is add weight. Actually, it doesn't do anything for us. Get out of here. Get out. Let's put something aerodynamic on the top here. Even if it's just something wasted structural, we want something aerodynamic. Yeah, getting these parts up there will be actually a bigger challenge than I thought it would be. So, nothing then. Nose cones? Nose cone works for me. Put fuel in there? No. Bye, Clint. Just something to consider. There's a great mod that helps controlling the vertical velocity. Optimal landing fuel consumption in vanilla game requires too much practice for every new design. I agree, but I'm not adding any mods right now, I'll put it that way. Being Friday the 13th, you should have done a horror game stream. Friday the 13th. Okay. Like everybody else is probably doing. If I need a probe. You know what? Let's try this. No, because if I detach that, oh, the probe requirement is such a tough one. We'll have to put the probe down. Ooh, that solves the problem actually. If I flip you. Oh, but then I can't attach anything because of how this works. Well, hang on now. Because this is a subassembly, right? The subassembly is what's going to mess with me here, actually. What if I recreate the subassembly? We don't have to do that. Just reroute the part. Reroute the part, right? And then we'll take this off. No, take this off and this off. I can't attach the bottom piece because of how subassemblies work. So I have to rebuild the subassembly. Or we add another one like this. section 2, 2. And then we add section 2, 2. It didn't do anything. It didn't change anything. Why didn't that change anything? Wait, that should have changed what part was connected to. If I reroute this, this becomes the primary, right? And I can connect it there, right? So then eventually I can spell again. So this is the part that mounts. Why not just do that? See, now I can drive it from this direction, and I'd be able to go like this. Use a probe core. Where is it? Where's the one I'm looking for? You're too big, aren't you? Yeah. You're not the probe I'm looking for. There. So you can use this probe core to fly the whole thing. We'll dock it from this side. This is the side that has to attach to the other part, right? So this side will do that. That leaves us with this probe. We can always control from docking port later. So we'll just get this all sorted out. The only problem is with RCS. We can't add anything to this section. The rocket has to stay the way the rocket would be when it lifts off. So I can't add anything to this section. But what I can do is add it to this section. So now we might be able to get some decent RCS going, because we're adding stuff at the top. So if I go, and this rocket build is all blind. I'm not I haven't even thought about it. My kid's been sick all day. I haven't been able to even think about what I wanted to do tonight. So this is all completely off the cuff. But I'm thinking if we go this. You are so strange. Why did you keep telling me there's rotation? Oh, because you are. Oh, right, because that's what this is. It's very close, but not quite. I need to move it further this way. I can't move these. Hi, Sorden. Time to go to bed. Krios, have a good night, man. Thanks for hanging out. Can you have a probe on the next stage of that? This will decouple when you dock. Yeah, that's what we're doing right now. Cool. You got it. That's what we're doing right now. But I have to do it on the right side, because this side needs to connect to the other part of the rocket. So we're going to have the control on this side. And then once we dock, then we jettison all of this. So all of this then goes. Another concern, unless there is a reaction wheel on this. Okay. I was going to say another concern I have now is the reaction wheel. Huh. This rotation is going to make it harder to dock. I don't think it will, though. These crafts are really small, and I can always use the other one to like rotate around. The magnets will be fairly powerful in getting done what they need to get done with the other craft. So I think this is probably fine. We'll need an antenna on this, so we'll put in just a 32 would be better. Could put in a couple of 32s actually, because we're using. I didn't mean to have remote tech installed, but we have it installed anyway. Because I'm using the same KSP install as my Conquering series. So it's just the way it is. If I do this here, and then I go, I think I'll just leave it like this, but one of these has to be extended. So instead, let's have the DP10. It's got to be on this. We'll have a couple of DP10s on this, just because. Rhetoric, thanks for 6 months in a row, man. To the moon, Alice. I appreciate the 6 months of sub support. It's very, very cool, man. Thank you so much for that. You got a new hat? You got a new hat. That's right. 6 months. Moving up in the world. Won't be long. You'll have that gold one. 6 more months. I really do appreciate it, man. Thanks so much. All right, this is going to be good. I think this will work. My only concern is crossfeed. You have crossfeed. Good. You need to have crossfeed, and you need to have crossfeed. Okay. So all of this, do we want the fuel in here? We don't need it. Well, we might need it. If we have fuel in this, that's less fuel we have to bring up later. If we can do it, I think we should. But I'm going to disable crossfeed here, just in case. Just in case. Okay. So that should work. So the next thing to do is to get this thing into orbit, in the same orbit the other piece is in. This is going to be section 2 launch. So we will take same steps as we did before. The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world. Come on, guys. You know what I'm talking about. You know. Well, some of you know. Some of you are just far too young. But most of you know what I'm talking about. Got a lurk to make dinner? Hey, man. It's good to see you again. Hope you're doing well. Have a great night. Enjoy your food. Appreciate you showing the love in chat for the new resub, guys. Remember of Life, Sean Hoadley, and Celtique. It's really nice of you guys. Thanks. Let's go and get... I think we'll do 2 different stages here. The first will be powered by... it's got a pretty good vacuum ISP, but you're too big. I really do like your vacuum ISP. I just feel like there needs to be engines that are... Terrier's too weak. We could probably deal with the Vesta. I think we can make do with the Vesta here. Yeah. 600 kilonewtons should be enough for what we want. Yeah, I think so. Let's grab this. And what we want also is to put on some of these large motors here. We're going to flip them around. This is purely to get this stage as far away from our craft as possible when the time comes. So we'll have both of these doing that. They're not very aerodynamic, though. I'm wondering if that's hurting our chances of getting to orbit. I kind of added these at the last minute before. It is what it is. We'll go best we can. We're going to use some solids on this launch for sure. Let's put a bigger tank here. Really long rocket, but we're going to put some... We're going to put some solids on this. Let's try the... let's go get the icon. Where's my iconic engine? Mr. Mainsail! Kind of look like the mainsail. Maybe don't. You know, it's kind of... It's okay. It's okay. But it's not great. It's not great. It's okay. 1500 is okay. Do I have anything that's better than that? I could probably put the Poodle on the top, actually. Too big. You're all just too big. Okay, we'll put the main. We'll do the mainsail. Okay, the mainsail's there. Then what I need now is probably some solids. So how's about we take the triple packs? We'll go like 4 of them. Gotta line them up right though. Yeah. Let's pick this up just a little bit. Charlie missed it. Charlie missed what? Pinky, are you pondering what I'm pondering? I think so, Brain, but this time you put the trousers on the monkey. I love it. I didn't miss it. I would have saw it eventually. Why did you want another baby? I don't know. You must have been mental. My wife wants another baby. Hey, Sunday. Welcome in, dude. Since you have the RCS build aid, it would not hurt to ensure an optimal fuel flow to prevent the dry center mass from moving too much. Yeah, I mean, I could micromanage the hell out of these rockets, but I'd rather, instead of micromanaging it, I'd rather just over-engineer it and get it done. Like, I could sit here and go, I wonder if this could be more efficient. Or I can just strap some other stuff on it and just say go, because this is sandbox. And I want to do it all in one stream. What if I instead just strap some really big ass, if I just strap some big ass stuff on here, I'm sure it will work fine. I'm sure everything will be okay with this configuration. I bet the center of mass is way low. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. Quite low indeed. And too low, actually. Can we maybe... I'm going to move these. It's going to look ridiculous, but I'm going to move them up. Okay, there it is. There's our rocket. It looks ridiculous, like I said. We'll fire the solids first. We'll let the solids just do their thing all by themselves for a bit. Then we'll turn it and fire this. And then we'll fire this and everything will be fine. Where is aerodynamics? I'm not sure those little wings are enough. I might just use the canards. Nah. I like the tail fins, actually. Tail fins could be fine. Just keep them out of the way of the thrusters. There we go. Okay, cool. Put the launch clamps. We'll do long ones so we can get them out of the way quick. And we'll just do 2. Like this. It looks ridiculous. I love it. I love it. If you have another one, make sure it's a boy somehow. Girls are evil bitches. I mean, my wife wants a girl, so we'll be delighted to have a little evil bitch. I guess. As long as the exhaust from the solids don't cause your liquid tank to explode. That's, yeah, it's a thing that can happen, but it won't. Because the tank is beside these. They're not underneath them. So it'll still be fine. The thing I don't like about these tanks, though, is they don't have anything on the top of them. You have to put your own structural cone on there. It's kind of like a... It's just weird to have to put your own cone on these. But you do. Okay. So let's just see. Let's just look at it and let's just see if this is enough. I think these winglets need to be bigger. I don't think I have nearly enough influence over this. I'd like to have them be a bit more, well, a bit more. I guess I can't, though. These don't work. Delta wings don't move. Come on, give me something. Give me something. Give me something bigger. 95. Oh, you know what? I missed it. These are the ones I want. Yeah, these are the ones I want. There we go. I have much more influence over this with that. What do I have for reaction wheels? Is this it? I mean, it's enough. As long as there's something that can influence the direction, I'm fine. Okay. Let's see if this launches. Let's just see if it works. So first thing we'll fire. What? You have fuel? What the hell? I just want a cone. I don't need anything that's super fancy here. Okay. We'll fire... Yeah, this at the same time these go. Let these burn themselves up. Then we'll go this. Then we'll pop the mainsail. Once the mainsail is done, we need to take this, I think. Not these. Put these up here for now. That'll probably work. I'd like to get these on separate stages, though. Then we can pop this at the same time we pop the RC. Yeah. This is the same as the stage. Then there's this, which doesn't get staged. Which we're not going to do it anyway. Not going to stage that. Or this. Well, this, yeah, we will stage this. But then we won't have control over these. But by then, this stage won't even matter. So, because we're going to dock after this stage is done. So, okay. Let's see if it flies. No. Let's just see if it flies. That's what this is all about. Let's just see if it goes. See if it works. Sean, you have 4 daughters. Are they as bad as Katie Cat says they are?